Hi everyone, welcome back. This is my husband Alex.
Hey.
In case you've never seen his face before, you've not been on my channel in a long time. In like a sit down sense of the word.
No, I'm normally kind of floating in the back of vlogs.
Yeah, it's been a long time since our last video like this.
It was an ASOS or a makeup video or something, wasn't it?
ASOS, no, it's boyfriend did my ASOS haul.
And then before that I did makeup.
You did my makeup. Oh, that was so fun in that video. That was brilliant. But the ASOS haul was awesome. If any of you guys remember that, leave us a little red heart if you remember that little ASOS haul where Alex was in it, 'cause I loved that video.
I did a good job, I thought.
I thought you did a great job. I kept loads of stuff from that. I thought it'd be a perfect time today because loads of you guys have been DMing me, asking me for tips of how to work from home in a couple especially, but also just like productivity tips and being at home and that kind of thing. And seeing as me and Alex have worked together now for like 4 years, side by side in the same team, often in the same room.
Every single day.
Every day, and then obviously we live together. We've had some experience in this.
Is that the best? That's the word, isn't it? Experiences. Yeah.
We have experiences.
We've had some ups and downs, that's for sure.
Because especially as we work together as well, it's not just that we're working in the same house, you know, on our different things, it's the same stuff. So yeah, we're very experienced.
We have a lot of creative differences, that's what we like to say.
Yeah, we do. We have a lot of creative differences. But we make it work, we made it work for years.
We found
now.
a flow, haven't we?
Yeah.
To begin with, it was at the point where it was like, should we maybe we shouldn't have done this?
Yeah.
But then we figured it out, didn't we, eventually?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. So I thought we would kind of be good people to give you some ideas, tips and tricks and things of how to work from home with a partner.
How to make it easier.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Because it can be hard. Some people I guess can just do it and they just gel, whereas even though you love that person, just being in the same space with them for all day, every day, not being able to leave the house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd just give you a couple like tips and bits. And after that, yeah, we've got a few things we want to talk about in terms of favourite things we've been wearing around the house, especially the last few weeks. Favourite things that kind of keep us happy in the house. We've just kind of got a few things we want to tell you about that are like our favourite things right now, just in case they could help any of you as well.
So it's kind of tips and
extras. Bits.
Tips and bits.
Tips and bits. So, right, should we jump into it, babe?
Let's go.
Let's start off with tips first of all. Now, you'll have heard this one loads, I've seen it everywhere, but it's worth saying because I think it's the biggest thing to help productivity and efficiency when you work from home. And that is getting dressed to start off the day. I would say just kind of have your normal routine in place. Like you usually wake up at 7 and you get dressed straight away and then you're up and you've got your coffee at 8:30 and then you're ready for work. You know, or you're off to work for 9 or 9:30. Try and keep that routine up, because that's your usual routine. Your colleagues will most likely expect you on your emails or on your texts, whatever, at a certain time anyway. So why not just keep that routine, get yourself dressed?
Yeah, because I feel like if you fall out of that routine when we all kind of go back to work, and I'd say like it's kind of like a great opportunity now to kind of utilise that time and learn a new skill or do something with that time, because you're never ever going to have time like this in the house.
Honestly, it also depends on the circumstances, because a lot of you guys will just be working from home, so you have to be working. A lot of you guys may actually just have been given weeks off. I know a lot of teachers, and like my mum, for example, has a couple of weeks off now, not necessarily working. So again, it depends on your circumstances.
But I mean, you still have weekends though.
Oh yeah, you got your weekends as well.
too.
So yeah, absolutely. And I mean, if you're not feeling productive, you know, just binge watch your box sets, totally fine. But if you are just wanting to get up and get stuff done, just wake up, get up as normal, wash your face, brush your teeth.
Make your bed.
Make your bed as well, yeah. They say that the most successful people are those who make their beds in the morning.
Do you make your bed?
I make my bed every morning. It's just habit, and also I love just coming back into my bedroom with a freshly made bed.
Yeah. And I think it's good in this sense as well, because you're spending so much time at home. If you're kind of pottering between rooms and you come back to your bedroom and it's a mess.
Yes, I hate that when I walk back in and the curtains are still drawn and the cushions are everywhere. I'm just like, oh, it just looks really lazy and like...
You want it to be inviting.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there'll be a lot of people that'll be working from the bedroom as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to be fair, I work from my bedroom a lot of the time. So again, a freshly made bed, you can sit on it properly without being in the covers and, you know, like a little sloth. So honestly, I know it sounds like the most simplistic tip, and you're like, I've heard this a million times, but get up, get dressed and make your bed. So then you're kind of done with that start of the day and you're on to like getting into what work you've got to do. I think what I'm trying to say though is keep up that morning routine, your usual routine. Don't let it slip, because it, like Alex said, it'll be harder to get back into it when you actually have to go for your daily commute again when we're kind of out of this phase right now.
I think one tip for me personally that I feel like we use a lot is respecting each other's space, especially now if you're spending all day in the house together. If you are able to work in separate rooms, then great, but if not, and you're kind of together all day and then you're used to spending your evenings together, it can be a lot of time spent with that person, and it can kind of wear thin a little bit. Whereas we, especially when we're on the road and we're together all the time, when we actually come home, sometimes we spend our evenings separate, don't we?
Yeah, we do spend quite a lot of evenings separate.
I know can be frowned upon, and people are like, oh, why do you spend your evenings together? But it's like, this is the kind of balance we've worked out, that we kind of spend all day together, but then at the night time, because if we're in each other's pockets all the time, we start to grate on each other, we start to annoy each other, so... Yeah,
I think you're right. That might be strange for a lot of people as well, not spending their nights together, and I think it's just realising that you're almost flipping the time you spend together from evening into the daytime, potentially. And again, it depends on your circumstances, and if you are working in the same room, maybe just sort of saying to each other, right, you go take 2 hours, go on your games, talk to your mates, whatever, do your FaceTime, whatever.
But eat together, that's a big one.
Yes.
Though. Always eat together, and I think this kind of, as well, this is where you should kind of split the cooking, or what am I trying to say here? It's
split. You're trying to say like split the chores.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and in a way, it might even be good if you if you have a discussion about it and be like, right, if you make like morning coffees, I'll make lunch. You make dinner, I'll clean up, and that could just be your daily routine. So, for example, well, for us, let's just say what we do.
Yeah.
You make morning coffee because I love that.
What do you make?
Quite often you make lunch. Now and again I'll make lunch too.
Do you?
But
who made lunch today?
Alex makes delicious lunch. I mean, Alex is just so good at cooking that he often does all the cooking.
I like to cook, that's the problem. I don't like Vic cooking, I want to cook.
Not because I'm bad.
No, not because you're bad at all. You're a great cook, but it's kind of like my thing. I like to cook. It's kind of like, I enjoy cooking. So when you try and cook it, it kind of annoys me a little bit. I do though. Like,
the thing is though, Alex's cooking is unbelievable, but he makes like an experience of it. He'll have a bourbon and he'll have the iPad on watching a show, and then like I'll come in and he'll just be watching the show, and so it takes about half an hour longer for Alex's meals to come out, but they are fantastic, so I'm not complaining. Whereas I am that kind of person who's like, cannot be arsed cooking, I'm going to throw it all in a pan quickly, get it done, whack it in a bowl within 10 minutes, because if I want to eat now, I don't want to eat
prison slop. It's like...
It's absolutely not flop. It's good food, it's just quick food. So going back to the point, have a bit of discussion about it and be like, right, if you want to clean up, I'll do this. So for example, Alex does more cooking, I often will do more cleaning. I probably have a little bit more of an OCD trait in terms of cleanliness and tidiness and wanting things looking a certain way. So I'll spend a lot more time moving things around and putting them back, tidying things away, just making sure the house is looking clean and tidy. I also do the washing up for Alex's meals, and I try and also keep on top of the laundry and the bedding and stuff like that. So we have different chores, I suppose, that we take care of. So that is definitely one, because if you're someone who is going to have to take on also working from home together, but then you're also in charge of doing everything, you're going to be burnt out by the end of a couple of weeks. So it's good to have a little discussion about that. So that's definitely a good tip.
And I think it's understanding your partner as well, and seeing, like, because some partners might have a really stressful job, so you might have to kind of pick up the slack as the other partner and try and just be there a little bit more for them. I mean, your job can be extremely stressful sometimes, to the point where, like, I'm almost stepping on eggshells around you, because not that obviously I've done anything wrong, but I don't want to get under your feet while you're kind of going, so I'll like make coffees or I'll make food, and I'm trying to just do little things that'll get me little brownie points around me, just to make her day a little bit better.
And it does. Like if I'm having a bit of a hard day, I've got a lot I'm thinking about. You bringing me a coffee or bringing me lunch is like, so it's like a saviour. Other tips. One thing I read the other day, and I've already put it in an Instagram caption, you've probably all been waiting for this. I think this is an amazing thing, and we're going to try it and start using it, is have like an invisible assistant. We're going to call ours Gary. What that invisible assistant does is they take the slack for all the things that aren't done around the house. So for example,
For example, like when I do all the cooking and all the plates are there and you say you're going to clean it that night and Gary says he's going to put it all in the dishwasher and then by 3 p.m. the next day it's still not been done.
Yeah.
And it comes around to me having to cook again and I have to clean the kitchen again and Gary's still not done it and he's gone home already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Alex can be like, oh, Gary hasn't cleaned up the plates.
And that's how Vic gets away with not cleaning the kitchen.
Oh no, I know, I genuinely do. But if there are the times where I've been too busy to do it, for example, Alex, instead of being like, Vic, why the hell have you not done this? And it's straight away that like tone is dropped. It's just like, oh, you know, it's almost like you make a joke of it whilst also pointing out that something's not been done. And I think it's genius. I genuinely think that's such a good idea because you can keep it lighthearted. Like, babe, Gary hasn't taken all his stuff upstairs off the stairs that I put here like 2 days ago. Like, you know, and you can move on, but then Alex knows I've said it, and it's like, right, I better move it. You know what I mean? So it sounds really strange, but I think it's genius.
I feel like there's a lot of people doing it at the minute.
Yeah, well, I put it on my Instagram and I put it on my stories, and the amount of people that message me were like, we already have this in place, it works wonders.
Cheryl,
yeah, that's the one that's going like viral. So yeah, definitely that is a good idea. You'd also have like, if things are getting a bit heated, say if you're getting on top of each other, you can have a bit of a safe word. I know people that do this, like for example my cousin does this, and it's a word that if you are getting a bit too far in the argument and it's going to tip over the edge, there's a safe word and it's like, make it like a funny word. They have a really random word which kind of makes them giggle again, and I think it's good to have something like that in place so that you both just don't start like effing and blinding each other, and it's like a truce, this is enough, like stop it.
Because I think we've done it a few times, haven't we? Where we just
blow up
and we're just like going off at each other, and then I'm like, wow, we're going ham at each other here, and it doesn't even need to be like that. Yeah. And then I end up walking out the room, don't I? And then I'll come back 5 minutes later and I'll be like, right, that definitely went too far.
And then I'm like, I don't even know what started it, and then it's like, this is so pointless. There's not even a point to it. But that happens when you're both like frayed edges and you've got a lot on your plate and you've got work on. And obviously, at a time like this, everyone is just stressed, unsure about their jobs. There's a lot going on, you know, at work. It's going to be stressful, like working like that together. So, I think it's quite a nice one.
I think it's going to be a challenge for a lot of couples. I think it's obviously going to make a lot of couples stronger as well, because it's putting people into a position where it's going to be strenuous on the relationship. Yeah. For sure. I even think this is going to be for us, like, even though we work together all the time, we're in each other's pockets, like the fact that you're not going to be able to leave the house. Yeah. Well, that's, if we go into like a lockdown situation, we can't leave the house, then I think a lot of these tips... I might end up living in the garden. Hermit in the garden. Why a hermit? I don't know. Because you won't have a roof over your head? Pretty sure hermits are people who don't leave the house. Oh yeah. What are you thinking? I'll be the hermit. I don't know. Hermit the frog. Hermit. Did you have a childhood? Oh God, embarrassing. I can feel myself going red. That was bad. I think one as well would be just a general like tidying up thing. At the end of your day, put your clothes away to start off the next day. That's a big one for you, isn't it? You'll find at the end of the week you've got a stack of all the clothes that you've been wearing that week, which maybe normally you wouldn't be wearing. If you're someone that goes to work in a suit, for example, you'll most likely kind of wear the same suit maybe twice and then another suit twice, whatever. If you're working from home, you might find that you're wearing different things and you'll just be putting them over the end of the bed or whatever, and then you've got a stack. If you've got a small flat, that's just going to get too like unmanageable. Yeah. Just try and keep on top of like putting things away and, you know, being just efficient. I think as well, doing a deep clean in the house as soon as possible, really. We did it. Yeah. Like yesterday. Yeah. We had a massive deep clean, and I feel like once you've cleaned the house, you're more likely to stay on top of it. Yeah. Which is obviously better than for kind of working, that you're not kind of distracted and you're constantly doing little bits of cleaning to break up the workflow. I mean, I'm terrible for it. I can't sit down and do any editing in a room unless I've literally gutted everything. It's almost like an excuse thing in the back of your... I'm the same. I procrastinate. Yeah, because you tidy. It has to be immaculate, and then you can get going. Another thing I think I'd add as well is if you do work out quite a lot, and a lot of my friends do, and they're struggling at the minute. Not going to the gym. Is just Google and get on YouTube and just check out as many home workouts as possible. Just getting that little bit of movement and getting those endorphins going is enough, because I think if you're used to working out, or even just if you walk so many steps to work a day, if you cut that out, I really do think it's going to start affecting people's mental health. I mean, I know it does for me. It starts breaking me down a little bit. So yeah, just try to get moving, whether you're in the garden, just doing any kind of like HIIT training or whatever, or get yourself a skipping rope or something, just to kind of get your heart going a little bit. Or
even just like make a bit of room. Say if you've just got like a lounge, just make a little bit of room in the middle if you've got any room, and just put a yoga mat out, or even just on the floor, you know, and just do some stretches and just kind of keep yourself active. It's easier said than done, and I'll be honest, I've barely been working out. I'm starting to feel that motivation's rising in me again, which I needed. I need the motivation. But yeah, just kind of get stretching. Just take 20 minutes, just lie on the floor, just stretch out a bit, you know, fall asleep if you want to, but at least you're trying to stretch a bit. Just keep moving.
Because I think a lot of kind of sitting on sofas and sitting on beds and stuff is not going to be good for the back at all. Yeah.
I know that for sure. I'm like
Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns a lot of the time. One thing you could do as well is at the end of the week or one day in the week, have like almost like a date night in where you do spend that time together. And quite often I'll say to you like, babe, after tea tonight, why don't we watch a film together in the lounge and like put a few candles out, put the big TV on, and actually like tell each other you're going to do something that night, and then we can come together, lay on the couch together, cuddle a bit and watch something. And I think you need that in a couple sometimes to kind of reconnect, and even just spending a bit of time cuddling is just nice. You know what I mean? So whilst we were saying earlier, sometimes you might need to have your nights apart, have that one back together to kind of rekindle it again and bring it back. I would love it if we can get a bit of discussion going down below. If you have some tips on working with in your couple, or even just if you're single and you're working from home on your own, any of your own tips of how you kind of keep productive and keep efficient, leave them down below, guys. I'd really love if we can kind of get a bit of a positive discussion going. It would be awesome. And also, we're open to more tips, honestly, so let us know. But I just want to kind of go through just a few of the little favourites that we've got that might, you know, be helpful. So first of all, fashiony bits. I've just got a few things that I'm loving. Can we do like one on, one off?
Yeah.
First thing, in terms of fashion, you guys will have seen this loads. This little pastel cardi. It's not only cute and cosy, it is really quite cute and trendy. I've been wearing it. What did I say? Cute and cosy. It's cute and trendy as well. It's one of those kind of cardigans that gives you a bit of a hug because it's so cosy and just makes you feel warm, which is nice when you're just spending time in the house, especially with it being March and somewhat chilly. But it also looks kind of stylish and sweet. Like I've been wearing it quite often with these jeans and tucking it in the front and just wearing like just a non-wide bra with it, so it's really comfortable. But I've been getting loads and loads of people like chatting to me about this, and it's really quite affordable, and it's part of a conscious collection, so
cool.
It's more sustainably made. So I'm a big fan of this, and the pastel is adorable, and these pretty little buttons. So that's one of my favourite things to wear right now around the house. What's one of yours?
I'm wearing everything that I love at the minute.
Are you?
Yeah, I found this new brand of trainers called Novesta.
Where's he from?
What do you mean?
Like what? Where are they made?
I want to Slovakia.
Ooh.
Yeah, and they are.
Nice.
I think they're vegan as well. They're vegan shoes, but I just wanted something that was just a little bit different.
Yeah.
And they definitely are, and they're really comfy and really lightweight. But yeah, my tattooist was wearing them, and I was like, they're cool trainers. Where are they from?
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And then I went home and bought them.
Just quite a stylish plimsoll, I suppose, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they're just super simple. Do you know what I mean? Like you throw those on with, I'm wearing them with chinos right now, but you could wear them with jeans, you could wear them with
no
pants.
socks and jeans.
Yeah, exactly. They're like a bit of a kind of like a summery shoe as well.
But especially like they're quite an easy one just to wear around the house as well, with them not being like big boots.
Yeah.
I've got one that I really wanted to mention actually. This set, hopefully I can link this. I really hope they've got it still back in stock. But it's a loungewear set. It's more on the verge of evening in loungewear than something you would probably work in, but I'm just going to mention it anyway because I really like it. It's this pair of trousers, first of all. Yeah, it's just completely knitted. It's a beautiful knit. Nice stretchy waistband. It's got this tie to the waist so you can put it in a little bow. So those really comfy, just so nice. And then it comes with the matching the matching white knit top as well. So it's just like a full set.
It's not made its way into the tumble dryer yet then?
No,
Can you
I've been
imagine?
making sure. I've been washing it, I've washed it loads, but I'm not putting it in the tumble dryer, absolutely not. But it's just I really like all white loungewear pieces. And it's just really cozy, it's really soft, isn't it? And it's really affordable as well in a set. So if you're just looking for something loungeweary that also looks quite kind of cute and stylish, I just wanted to mention it because I really like this. I spend a lot of times in the house in this. Another from you, babe.
Again, I'm wearing it. I went shopping, like last week and spent a load of money online, and I just thought, why the hell not?
I love it.
So it's called Stan Ray. I think they're on Instagram as Stan Ray USA, and they do these. I believe they're called box jackets, but they're also like a style of Japanese military jackets.
Oh.
I've seen loads of people wearing them at the minute, and I just had no idea.
They're lovely, the material.
Yeah, it's great. It's really, really good material.
And it's quite affordable too. It's not like crazy, super premium prices, which is good.
So I bought 2 of these. I got this in like this striped, and then one in a blue colour. I've also got the pants as well. It's my new favourite brand at the minute. Yeah. I mean, like, I love ASOS, but I just kind of go on there now, and like everything just seems, I feel a little bit old looking at it all. It's all these like crazy vibrant colours and all these like hype beast streetwear kids, and I'm like, I can't wear any of that.
Really?
So then I found this Urban Industry place, and it's almost like, it's a little bit pricier, but it's definitely marketed as a little bit older.
More your vibe.
More my vibe. And then there's brands like this. It's similar to Carhartt, I guess. It's kind of that kind of like really good workwear-esque kind of clothes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I love it. It's gorgeous.
Nice.
2 more bits really from me, and you'll have seen these already.
All knitwear.
I know, but at the same time, it is quite chilly still at the moment, and it's
Any excuse.
I just want to.
You'll be wearing like knitted crop tops in summer. It's a little bit chilly on my front.
Oh, shut up! I like them. These are like a knitted merino wool pair of trousers that are just like a really casual sweatpant, but you could also style these up a little bit more. So I always wear these with this jumper, which I know I've talked about.
Is that knitwear too?
I've talked about these loads, and I've mentioned it before as well. I've got this in the lemon yellow. Do you like one I did not take off last season?
Oh yeah.
But I love these together. They're just such a lovely loungewear style, but a little bit more elevated. Like, I would happily go on like a video call in these, especially with it if you can just see the top. It's like whack on some jewellery and you're good to go. But yeah, these are kind of what I'm reaching for the most. That's kind of what I wanted to say. These are kind of what we're reaching for the most to work in the house in. Oh, in fact, I've got one thing that isn't knitwear, and that is this pair of jeans that I'm a little bit in love with, and they're really quite figure-hugging, and just a really great pair of new jeans. They're a really lovely colour of blue, just really like a faded wash.
What brand is it?
Joe's Jeans.
Joe's Jeans.
But I really love, they've got like 5 buttons up the front, and they're really lovely and high-waisted.
That'd be a nightmare as a guy, that going to the toilet.
I know, it'd be well annoying.
10 minutes trying
It's a bit annoying
to do your
for me.
pants back up.
But having all of them, it really cinches you and flatters.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am reaching for these a lot of the day. So I wear these with like a nice knit most days in the house recently, and I just love it, that kind of style.
Cool.
So those are my fashion faves, and now I thought we could just talk about 3 services that we want to talk about. We feel at this point in time could be kind of useful for some of you guys. First one being...
I'd probably say obviously nobody can really go out for food and stuff at the minute, and that's going to be like a big one. And I know a lot of takeouts and a lot of kind of those delivery places are doing like 50% off and stuff at the minute, which is kind of cool, so that might be worth checking out.
That's great.
But if you're after like restaurant quality food, I couldn't recommend more pasta Evangelist, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Like the quality of their food is just, it's like, I mean, it's so easy to make. It's literally just all made for you, and you just kind of like boil the pasta.
Yeah,
and
whack your sauce on it.
Whack your sauce on it, and that's it. And it comes with like all these like little pots of like pine nuts and like parmesan and all sorts of stuff, and it's literally like restaurant quality food.
It's divine.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, the idea with it is they give you a menu every week, and then you can order 3 dishes. You can order all 7 dishes if you want pasta every night. You can just order which ones you want.
Which ones have we tried?
So at the moment, we still got the pumpkin lasagna in the fridge, but a few days ago we had the prawn and crab ravioli.
That's the second time we've
in the
had
garlic
that couldn't recommend that anymore.
Absolutely unbelievable. It's literally homemade pasta, like it's proper homemade, like how your like Italian mama used to make it vibe, Italian pasta, and they just deliver it to you in like a cold storage box. I mentioned it in a previous vlog, but I want to mention it again because I think it's just delicious.
Yeah.
And at the moment they're doing a cool thing whereby they are selling certain packages that you're able to gift to elderly relatives or friends or anyone that you think could just do with a few like new meals in their fridge. If you buy this particular package, I think they've got a few different types of packages, they will donate £5 to Age UK, which is a really wonderful UK charity that looks after the elderly. I often donate to Age UK. I think it's just a really fantastic charity for the elderly and for people who care for the elderly. So I think that's lovely they're doing that at the moment.
They're brilliant as a brand as well. They're fantastic, aren't they? They're on it.
Yeah, it's
really
great. So I wanted to mention that. Second thing I want to mention is a subscription service we've just tried for coffee, and it's called Kiss the Hippo. And again, it's just coffee beans that come straight through your door, and it is so delicious, isn't it? It is
really,
wonderful
really good.
coffee.
Yeah.
Literally beans straight in, just make your coffee as normal, and it's just really, it's like a really smooth. If I tell you what, after this, in the description box, I'll put in which particular one we've got, because the bag's just downstairs. And I'll tell you which one we've got, but it's just a really lovely, smooth, not too like heavy roasted, just a delicious coffee. So I wanted to mention it in case you guys are coffee fiends like us and you're a bit worried about
I think
it.
it's just like if you run out of coffee, instead of having to go buy like a backup, this thing comes to. Did you get it once a week?
Yeah, you could have it once a week. You could probably have it once every 2 weeks. Depends how much you drink your coffee, but we drink a lot of coffee.
We've got a coffee here, right?
We've got like 2 or 3 a day. So yeah. And then the third thing, it's a brand that I worked with actually last week, is Oddbox. It is like a London-based service, and pretty much the idea is that they will take the cast-off vegetables and fruit that big supermarkets won't take for aesthetic reasons, and they box it all up in a big box and deliver it to your door. So it's pretty much fruit and veg that is perfectly fine to eat. It just maybe doesn't look as pretty as another one does, and they give it to you straight to your door. It is genius, and you get delicious fruit and veg at a really fantastic price. It's on a subscription thing.
I think you get a lot of fruit and veg as well that you wouldn't usually pick up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we got like a massive squash. We've never once bought a squash.
Super easy to cook.
Beetroot. Where's that beetroot?
Still
not
in there, not used
to make a beetroot something. Beetroot brownies. That would be great.
Really?
Yeah, we could make some beetroot brownies. That'd be awesome. But yeah, it's just cool because you just get fruit and veg that you would never usually try and deliver straight to your door.
I think now's the time to experiment as well with
some ingredients. And Alex made the most delicious squash and carrot soup, didn't you? We've never had that before, so it's nice. You can experiment a bit. And last, I just want to do 3 random faves that aren't fashion faves right now.
Okay. You want to start?
Yes. Everyone's going to know I'm going to talk about this. Yeah, I know this wine, I've been talking about it so much, but it's really making me happy sometimes to have a glass of this wine.
Nearly out.
This is our last bottle. It's our last bottle of it, but it's just my favourite red wine right now, Jamshed Shiraz, and they do it at Tesco and Sainsbury's.
Yeah.
And Co-op, Mum said it's at Co-op too. But we showed Lydia and Ali this, and then the other night they sent us a picture of it. They were both
Everyone's buying it. My best friend came around with it, and he was just like, have you ever tried this? And I was like, no. He's like, it's the best red wine. And I was like, all right. Anyway, we all had a glass of it, and it was just...
We were obsessed.
Yeah, it's unreal. And it's like £6 a bottle.
I don't mind red wine, but before this, I would never choose a red wine, whereas now I'm like, can I have a glass of red?
Yeah.
So that's one thing that's keeping me super happy.
Oh yeah,
we're both obsessed with this.
It looks so cool.
This is kind of on the topic of music, to be honest, because a lot of the time around the house we have music on, which kind of keeps us a bit more uplifted. Like, I don't know if any of you guys saw my stories of the day when I was literally blasting Queen and dancing, doing the dishwasher.
That could be any night of the week knowing you at the minute.
That was a true story. I was just doing everything. I was on my phone and Queen came on, I was dancing, and I thought, you know what, sod it, I'm going to put it on and put the video on, and just straight away did it and then post it immediately. I didn't do a second take. That was just real life me.
Anyway, yep.
Yeah, so we wanted to show you this because we're obsessed.
So I don't know, what's it called, this speaker?
It's a brand new one.
Is it the floating something? It does look like it's kind of floating. But yeah, so this, I mean, like all Bang speakers, can kick out some volume. It's absolutely brilliant.
Beautiful,
and it's
isn't it?
really kind of Scandi looking with like the wood bottom to it, and it's kind of like beige and silvery kind of tones.
Yeah.
I guess I love as well that it has like a sensor around it, so then if you leave it on and you come closer to it, it turns on, and then when you walk away and you're not using it, it powers down.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So it's all kind of touch screen.
And it's touch on top. You touch
on top.
touchy bits
There you go.
to go like next and up the volume, don't you?
I mean, the fact that you kind of can see it is kind of great, but when you look at it, there's all these like buttons on the top, and it all lights up. But yeah, I just love it.
It's called the BioSound Balance.
Balance, that's it. I said float. Yeah.
Almost.
But it kind of does look like it's floating, but I guess it is balancing in a sense.
It's just beautiful. But we just wanted to kind of mention it as like, if any of you guys are spending so much more time in your house, you might want to invest in a new speaker or sound system to just play like your Bluetooth stuff through. For us, we're one of those couples that has music on at majority of the time, whether we're cooking or if we're just in the house, you know, just chilling, where we just like having music on. So for us, like having a good sound system is quite important. It might not be to you, but just for anyone that is like into the music and fancies getting a new speaker and something that looks super Scandi and
I mean,
aesthetic.
something like that though you could have in a house, and like you could hear this around the whole house. Yeah. The volume that
it's
kicks
insane.
Out. Yeah.
Like the band.
All their stuff does though. It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean it's just that amazing brand, isn't it, Bang & Olufsen? So one thing from me I wanted to mention was my bath time routine has been kicked up a notch. I'm just loving it. For me, in the day, ultra relaxation. Again, this is part of my me time. Alex is off doing something else. I'll just go have a bath, put something on my phone, watch something, use like oils in the bath and things like that, and it just helps me wind down in the day. But I wanted to mention this that I'm almost out of now, and I've just loved. You can't really see, but it is literally like right at the bottom. I've loved it. It smells unreal.
Oh yeah.
Part of the L'Occitane Christmas collection, it's the Ultra Light Cream, but I'll leave like a link to another one that they will sell that's like this. It's almost like whipped ricotta cheese kind of texture, and it's just so lovely. So every single time I get out of the bath, I just whip this all over me. So I just wanted to mention it because it's kind of part of my everyday routine right now, like self-care. I just really, really love it, and it smells divine.
The one thing I'd probably mention is I believe it's free, the new Call of Duty game. Wow, I'm such interest. You hate video games. I'm a big video game guy, but the best thing about it, so I'm pretty sure it's free to play, or maybe you've got to own the game and it's like an add-on that's free, but I'm sure it's free to play. So get that downloaded, but the best thing about it is it's available for Xbox and PlayStation and PC, and you can play with people who so say like I've got Xbox and your brother's got PlayStation, I can now play with your brother and chat with your brother even though he's on a completely different console.
I wondered how you'd been chatting with him.
So like that's opened the doors to like all my other friends. So, so great. Everyone's kind of on lockdown, all in the house.
And Ruby's on it as well, isn't he?
Exactly, yeah. So we're all just kind of hanging out playing on that. So that's definitely one worth downloading. Pretty sure it's free though, which if it is, that's an even bigger bonus.
Yeah.
It's got 30 million players.
That's amazing right now. There's been loads of things happening like that recently that kind of help, you know, for entertainment, like Disney, this new Disney Plus.
Is that free?
It's not free, but it's something like 60% off or something, and then you get all the Disney movies and shows and everything. It's like Disney Plus or something like that.
We need to get
Could do with getting that, but it's really cheap.
We need to watch The Mandalorian.
Yeah, we do.
That's one thing we've not watched yet.
Let's watch that tonight.
We don't have Disney Plus.
Oh, we can buy it. Let's buy it instead. My last one is TikTok. It's become my new kind of favourite thing.
You're loving it.
It's just letting me just scroll and enjoy content again quite a lot. I'm finding it quite entertaining, and I'm enjoying making my own TikToks. I didn't think I'd go on TikTok, but I'm really enjoying it. I did my first like dancey one the other day. I know you find it quite silly, but I'm really enjoying it. So if you're not on TikTok already, you might just enjoy it as something new and a different type of content to watch. You never know. But if you do have a TikTok, follow me. I'm just Inthefrow. I'm trying my best on it. But no, I'm really enjoying it. It's kind of nice to, you know, look at something different. Yeah. And what's your last one?
I'd probably say I'm just using my time now just to kind of like, I'm watching a whole bunch of YouTube. I mean, everything I've learned in terms of like photography, animation, illustration, everything I've kind of taught myself over the past 13 years now in this kind of creative space. I've learned everything from YouTube and just watching online tutorials. So whenever I've got any free time, just kind of going through and watching all that. A big one who's worth checking out, who's obviously very, very big on YouTube, is Peter McKinnon. He's great. He's really, yeah, he's great, Canadian guy. He just kind of breaks it down to basics. So if you're new to photography, that should be a first stop for you. And I'd kind of like to start doing it myself a little bit. I've been doing a few little bits to the camera at the minute, and I'd kind of like to maybe...
Start your YouTube channel again?
Well, maybe not my YouTube channel, but maybe like IGTVs and stuff.
Great,
and
like tutorials. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should do that. Why not?
But yeah.
Let us know if you'd like to see that. Why not?
At Harrison.
At Harrison. Hence why everyone thinks Alex is called Harrison, when actually his name is just Alex. But it's sweet though. I quite like it.
It's not even my last name anymore, Harrison.
No,
it's my middle name.
It's your middle name now?
Yeah.
Oh.
She made me do it. She made me change my last name. She wouldn't take it.
Shut up!
I love how that took a minute.
No! If you've not seen the blog post on why Alex took my last name, I'll leave it linked down below so you can go see the real reason.
She gave me an ultimatum.
That's it from us, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this run through and just hopefully got something from it, some advice or some tips or whatever.
Or if not, it's just killed some time.
Yeah, exactly. It's, somewhat helpful in some way.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this though. So I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I'll leave everything linked down below, anything we talked about in case you missed any of it or you want the links. And yeah, just stay safe, and I hope you and your family are all well. I know a lot of us are either staying at home right now just to try and flatten the curve, or we've been told to stay in, or you're just self-isolating. So I hope you're all okay and doing all right, and I will continue to keep trying to make videos for you guys, just as like light entertainment, just just that escapism, because that's definitely what I'm personally looking for at the moment, is just escapism. So I hope you've enjoyed it. It's something a bit light-hearted, and that's it. We'll see you guys really soon, and lots of love.
Bye.
Bye.